Yo, what is going on? This is something a little different. I wanted to talk about this lightsaber. I got this from a company called Damiensaber. They reached out to me and they wanted to send me a lightsaber to review. So, of course, me being a huge Star Wars fan, I had jumped at the opportunity. I didn't want to do an unboxing because I saw some videos of this already and I had just wanted to get to know it better. It has a lot of features. There's a lot of things involved here. And I knew if I did an unboxing, it would just take away from me exploring and being able to talk about this thing. Firstly, it is based off of the Luke Skywalker lightsaber. It does have this button, which turns it on. We'll talk about that in a second, though. Overall, though, the build quality is really nice. I like this thing a lot. It has a nice weight to it. It doesn't feel cheap. It doesn't feel like it's going to come apart. Everything is metal, so that's awesome, too. But you can see this thing is a fingerprint magnet. It's usually a lot cleaner than this. Let me wipe it off. This is how it comes out the box. You see it's all shiny and nice looking, and it's awesome. This thing is awesome. It has a ton of features. It has a bunch of like different colors. It has different, I call them skins. It has a few options while it's off and a few while it's on. So we're gonna go through them right now. One of the main features it has while it's off is it changes fonts.
Scavenger.
So right now that's Rey's, and as it ignites, it'll sound just like Rey's lightsaber. Just like Rey's lightsaber from Rise of Skywalker. Has all the same noises. Sounds just like hers. Has the flash. All of them have a flash feature, which is pretty sick. The Rey's font. Let's go to the next one. I'm not sure what the next one is. Emperor. So it's Palpatine. Sounds just like his. His is like a really hollow hum to it, if that makes sense. Same noise. There's his blaster.
Serenity.
I don't know what Serenity is. Sounds good though. It's really loud. I'm not sure what this is. Also has a blaster effect. If you know what Serenity is, let me know because I'm not sure. I don't know what this is either. Maybe it's like a second sister or something. I don't know. I like this one. This sounds really evil, so it might be like an Inquisitor or something. There's a clash on that one. Clash or blaster reflect.
Dark Ages.
And this one's funny because it's like a regular sword. It's a funny feature to have. It even sounds like you're dragging metal, so it's pretty crazy. And then the blaster effect, instead of it being a blaster, it's an arrow. So there's that. I think Darth Vader's next.
The Dark Sword.
Oh no, Darksaber. So this one sounds and it makes all the same noises as the Darksaber. Even the blaster. That's probably one of my favorite blaster sounds. That's more Clone Wars sound than anything. But that's one of my favorites. Darksaber. And here's Darth Vader. The one thing I wish it did is when the font changed, the color changed too. That would be sick. That would be sick. I know the NeoPixel blades do it, some of the more expensive blades, but I wish this one did it because that would be dope. It would give you a better feel too. As I switch the font, the color would switch. But there's that. There's Darth Vader. You see he has the older blaster, like Stormtrooper sound.
The Fallen.
No, I don't know who the Fallen is either. There's that Ignite. That could be Starkiller. I could be wrong. I'm not sure. But yeah, here's his Slave Swing. There's a Clash or Blaster. It sounds more like a Clash to me. Let's turn that off.
The Count.
And then here's Dooku. So there's Dooku's lightsaber, the way it sounds. Like that a lot. Blaster, definitely. Not a Clash, it's definitely a blaster.
The High Ground.
That's Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan, obviously the high ground. Obi-Wan from Episode 3. So that's pretty sick too. Same. He has the Clash. There's his Clash. And there's his blaster effect. It's pretty sick. It's pretty sick. I like that.
Rage Knight.
Here's Kylo. So as long as the hilt's being hit or shaken, you'll get the Clash anyway. That's for every font too. Here's his blaster. It's pretty sick. And you can hear the crackle in there too. Oh yeah, you also have different blade types, I guess you could say. So you see I turn it on, it's gonna flicker. Like if I was on Kylo's font, this would be the perfect one for it. You can change the blade to red too. Change the colors, we'll go through that too. But yeah, there's unstable, and you still get the clash, you still get the blaster effect. I believe there's unstable, there's pulse, and then there's steady. There's pulse. So here's another one. See the blade, instead of it being a constant flicker, it's like a slow flicker. It's another one. Same thing though, you get all your clash and blasters. So the highest volume is the one I use. There's volume low, and there's mute, which gives you no sound at all. So if you wanted to play with this while your kids was asleep, you could do that too. Motion control is tricky. It's really tricky to get to motion control in Clash because it's either 2 or 3. It's either 3 or 4 holds of the button, and I'm not sure. With motion control on, you can ignite the saber by twisting, and you can also turn it off by twisting. So that's pretty sick. You can also point it, like shake it, and you can also like shake it towards you. So if you shake it away, it ignites. You shake it towards you, it turns off. So now while the blade is on, it also has a few features. I showed some of them while I was going through the fonts, but I'm gonna go over them again. So if you push the button one time, you get the blaster effect. If you hit the blade, you hit the hilt, you get the clash. But if you hold it for 2 seconds, you get this is the lockup clash. So this is like if 2 blades are meeting. If 2 blades are meeting, that's the sound you want. To change colors, you hold the button 4 seconds. So you get this one, this is the preferred method I like to have the blade do, which is flick through the colors. There's another one where it like mood changes through the colors. I prefer this one because it's faster. The other one's a lot slower, and it's tricky. Like you'll have it do this one way, and then I'll do it 4 seconds again, and it might do the slow way. Oh no, see, it's tricky. Like it changes every time for me. Or maybe I'm holding a button a little millisecond longer. I don't know. I think that's the only other feature while the blade is on. And you pick your color. You see all the colors. It has a bunch of colors, whatever color you want. And then say you pair this with, let's pair red with Kylo, and then let's get the blade unstable. So you see how you get the Kylo look. If I had a Kylo hilt, that would be fire. But that's really sick with the Kylo font and everything. But that's the motion control. It's really sick with the red though. The font plus the flicker plus the red it's amazing. I like this. Now this is the slower one. Now I was talking about it. This is the slower one, how it changes through the colors. This green is my favorite to have it on because it's the Luke hilt. You can unscrew this here, and then you have a USB-C, I want to say. And you could plug that into a computer. You could download any other colors or sounds you want to put on here. This thing is awesome. And I want to say thank you to the people over at Damiensaber for sending this over. It's awesome. Now, the reason I wanted to talk about this and review it is not just because they asked me, but because I have an idea to customize this. I want to weather it. I'm going to sand it. Pretty much I'm going to pull out my Adam Savage tested stuff, and I'm really going to go ham on this. I already took it apart. Has a couple screws. It'll come apart completely. It's actually like a real lightsaber, which is kind of crazy. Because this will come off, this piece comes off, this comes off, this brass piece, and this emitter piece. It all comes off. So I'm going to take it apart again, and I'm going to weather it. I'm going to sand it. I'm going to make this thing look used. That's my plan for it. But this thing is awesome. So if you're interested, I'll have a link in the description. Damiensaber. It comes from China, but they ship DHL. This thing came fast. I gave them my address, and I want to say this came in like the next 3 days. So that was pretty sick. But yeah, Damiensaber.com if you want one. Links in the description. It comes with a blade. It's a Xenopixel, I want to say. I think that's the name. I could be wrong. But this is a Xenopixel, and it has the motion features and everything. I believe they have different tiers of them, so you just go through and pick what you want. Like, comment, subscribe, and please stay tuned for the weathering because that'll be next. And I'm out.